This is the official intro, okay? There is no official intro for this. This is, um, first of all, this is an announcement of a few things for anyone now this who hasn't heard yet. There is this Uncharted Reloaded thing going on where I don't even know who the hell these people are, honestly. The Uncharted Reloaded people, I didn't know them
We don't
before.
question it.
Yeah. But they know what they're doing, clearly, and they're good at it. And so they have brought back from the grave the multiplayers for Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 2. And I'm going to have a link to the Discord in the description, unless for some reason Vampire does want me making any public statements about the existence of it.
We'll see why not.
Yeah, the only...
I mean, they made a trailer on YouTube, so...
Oh, did
it's
that? See, I haven't even seen that. That's how out of the loop I am.
Yeah. It's just for Uncharted 3, but... Yeah, I mean, big disclaimer with this, though, like, it's in beta right now, so you have, just like any normal beta for a normal game, you have to be selected and chosen at random. You're not just going to get in right away. You have to join the Discord, talk a little bit, and eventually, after you wait some time, you will be selected to play.
Yeah, and better to not...
For now.
Yeah, better to not spam the people asking when you're going to get in. Maybe ask one time and then, like, let it be.
Yeah.
It takes time. They are extremely, like, overwhelmed with work. So yeah, it's a huge
totally
project.
Free, so it's yeah. They're not even making money off of this.
Yeah, but yeah, if you wanna play a little bit of Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 3 multiplayer, there will be a link in the description of this. All the instructions and everything will be in the Discord. So yeah, and then you'll just have to be a little bit patient and just respect that the Uncharted Reloaded crew are busy and that you are not the most important thing on their to-do list. They have a lot of shit to do. So yeah, that's announcement number one, which leads to number 2 and 3. Firstly, D-Barker is already doing an Uncharted 3 tournament. It's going to be 3 versus 3. I don't know all of the details off the top of my head, except that it starts in the end of May. So if you try and get in to the Uncharted 3 beta now, you can probably get in. No promises, but if you're quick about it, you could probably get in before the tournament starts. So yeah, get on it. And if you are listening to this and you are already a part of the Uncharted Reloaded Discord thing, but somehow haven't heard about D-Barker's tournament, then now you know. It's an Uncharted 3 versus 3 tournament. It's happening at the very end of May. So yeah, get on it, sign up, join the Discord. And then number 3 is that I, with the help of RaNDiM and also a little bit of help from D-Barker and Antonio, what is it, 2122? All 3 of these guys are going to be helping me to varying degrees. And yeah, we're planning to do an Uncharted tournament we're aiming for the end of July. It might be the end of August, just something in that time range. Nothing is totally set in stone as far as the rule set, format, and all that stuff. But there is another Discord, which I will also link in the description, to a ThuggzBunney events Discord. And all of the information and plans can be seen there, so join that as well if you're an Uncharted 2 person. and you definitely have time to get into the beta and sign up for that tournament, because you got like 3 to 4 months. So no excuses. I expect 50 teams to sign up.
Yes, big turnout.
Or
big
else I'm deleting my channel,
turnout.
and and I'm never hosting anything. No. No. So yeah, it's probably going to be 5v5 team deathmatch. That's really the only thing that I'm pretty settled on. Eventually there will be objective tournaments, I'm almost certain of it, but that'll probably be in early 2026.
I very much look forward to those.
Yeah.
Played 10 years of TDM. It's time to switch things up, guys. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially for people who are more familiar with Uncharted 3 and 4, where objective game modes are accepted. And they are
played probably more often than TDM.
Yeah, in some cases.
Yeah, like I've been very surprised by how many Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4 players are coming back and trying UC2. You know, like they're all asking, like, why are we only playing TDM, guys? Like, what's going on? So, you know, it would be nice for everyone, you know, even the OG Uncharted 2 players to switch it up, you know?
For sure. So yeah, a lot of cool things coming. And I guess I should also say, I think there's a $500 prize for Deep Arker's tournament. So yeah, that's
pretty dope.
Another reason to sign up. Like, get on it, people. I think that's pretty much it, though. Those are the announcements. Uncharted, the OG Uncharteds are back. It's a little bit... it's not scuffed. It runs really well for a very early beta. But yeah, it's a beta. There will be patches coming, most likely. There will be changes and whatever, and but yeah, you can find more information about that in the Uncharted Reloaded Discord itself. I don't have to run through everything, but check it out. Links in description. So yeah, I think that's pretty much that. The second part of this is I kind of want to do a sort of Uncharted podcast, sort of just video series, talking about some topics that I have thought about personally, and debated in my own head for years. Honestly, ever since I got into Uncharted and heard all the stories about the mythical goats of Uncharted competitive, and playing with and against them over the years. And so the first video in this whole series is going to be our actual top 10 Uncharted 2 competitive players of all time. And this is so funny. I realize I haven't introduced you at all. This is, for anyone who's wondering what this other voice is, this is RaNDiM, Vandalized, Van Halen, DOA 2112.
That is me. What is up? What is up?
You know him.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. I had to have someone, and you were the best I could get.
Wow.
No.
I mean, you settled for the best. You know, I mean, every Uncharted player says that they're the best. So.
Nah, but for real, you were my first choice. We did the finals commentary together. You were one of the first people I got in contact with about the Uncharted Reloaded stuff. You played in like pretty much all Uncharted eras, at least since like 2010, right?
Yeah, yeah. I started in 2009. I was mainly a pub star up until Uncharted 3 came out. Like, I was friends with a good amount of the competitive players, but I was only like focused on getting level 80. So basically, all I played was pubs. I think, like I was telling you earlier, my first ever competitive match was that tournament that you hosted where RMZ got shit on by your team.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I came back to Uncharted 2 probably around 2013, and played competitively ever since, basically.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so I have... I don't know how much... I'll just ask you. Do you know how I got into Uncharted and, like, how I started out and everything? Do you know anything about it?
Um, I feel like I knew at one point, if I remember. Like, I know your brother is Keeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Keeper was pretty prominent. Like, he was friends with a lot of the big names of Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
But other than that, I do not.
Yeah,
Tell me the
so...
story.
So yeah, Keeper is my brother. He was A667's like bestie on Uncharted.
Okay.
They were bros. They met in the Uncharted 2 beta, and they
Oh wow, that's
played
crazy.
all the way up to level 80.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. So just by happenstance, I I had seen my brother playing for years. And I guess I can't remember even how or when or why, but so I knew about Die and a few other players, like for sure Triple Rec and the Get Positive team,
Of
Alex
course. Yeah.
DGK,
Right.
Bracco and Farv,
Yes.
Mario Madness. These are names I before I even touched Uncharted 2. I
You knew who
knew,
they were. Wow. That's
yeah.
kind of crazy.
So yeah, I played through the single player, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best game I've ever played." Um, and then I was like, "I want to keep playing it because I beat it, and I beat Zoran Lazarevic, the real goat,
Hmm.
in the end." And
Yeah.
I was just like, "If I can do this, like, and I killed that last level. I think like second try."
Hell yeah.
Oof.
Lazarevic is low key kind of hard. Like, it's not a
It's
traditional boss fight, but
yeah, it's
a lot of people in crushing, a lot of people complain about it because it's pretty hard.
it's very frustrating.
Yeah. Anyway, we're
um,
not here to talk about single player. Sorry.
no, you're good. But yeah, so I jumped in and I'm a level 1, and because again, I had like heard about these players and I'm like, these are like the fucking goats. Like when I talk about like mythical stories, there are some people who my brother mentioned by name and I remember their names, but I have no idea what happened to them. Like I don't know, this probably won't ring a bell at all, but like Butta and Llama Bait.
Yeah, I remember like Buddha. He was
No
part
kidding.
of legit illicitness, Triple Rex First Clan,
No
with
shit.
Exciter and some other guy I can't think of right now. It was like, was it like Cross or something? Something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think there
But
was an extra. Okay, that's crazy because I've never heard anyone mention like Butta
yeah, I know.
or
I remember Buddha. Yeah, I think they
yes.
played like competitive Halo or something, and then they hopped over to Uncharted or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay, so if I was just going off of like reputation and like if I am counting what I've heard as some kind of evidence about the how good some players were, then like Butta is number one. Like he takes it
Wow.
because
Okay.
apparently like my brother was like really good just compared to like the average Uncharted player. Like
Right.
he
Right.
he didn't play competitive much. Like occasionally he would do some like friendly customs or whatever, and
Yeah.
he could do fine. Like if he could hop in any tournament in the heat of 2011 2012 and probably post like a 1.0 KD. Like
Yeah.
he's fine. He just doesn't like it. He doesn't. It's just not his style. Like he
Yeah.
wants to
That's
like
fair.
shit on.
Teach their own.
Yeah,
Yeah. Noobs. Yeah.
yeah. Wants to shit on the
Pubs.
noobs and
I was the same way for a while. I didn't care about customs at all. I was like, what's the point of this? I'm gonna need to level 80. Like, come on.
yeah, yeah. He was very much about that, getting to level 80, and then he was like gonna be done with the game. Always played double negatives and whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, I did convince him to play in one tournament at some point, and yeah, I think he did go. I think he had like a 1.05 KD, so like exactly like I said,
Okay.
like he.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and he was pretty good, and then but he had like Die was like another level above him. Like he's like whatever custom match they did, whatever pub, no matter what party of five they ran into, Die ran the
Yeah.
fucking match.
Hmm.
And what he told me is that when Die ran into or played with or against Like Butter was the big fish, and
Interesting.
Like Butter was to Die what Die was to my brother,
Right. Right.
and my brother
That's kind of
was,
crazy.
yeah. It was like so that's my impression of them. But I'm like,
Yeah.
obviously I can't put them on my list because I haven't seen any of their matches. I don't know how much
Of
it was
course.
just like
Of course.
Die was
Yeah.
still learning the game, and
I think Butta like stopped playing after like 1.05, like killed the competitive scene. I think
yep,
a lot of people did, which is
yeah.
unfortunate. There could be so many more goats on the list if that ever happened.
So yeah, that's kind of how I started, and just from the reputation of my brother, like I had heard about all these names. So as soon as I played my first match on Uncharted 2 multiplayer, or before it, I just sent a request to everyone on my brother's friends list. And like 20, 25 of them added me. I was just like, hey, this is Keeper's brother.
Yeah, brother.
And they were like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I'll add. And so I'm like a
Yeah.
level 1 legit playing with like level 80s.
That's wild, bro. Like, when you think about it, like, what are the fucking chances that, like, your brother just happened to befriend one of the best Uncharted players of all time
Yep.
in the Uncharted 2 beta?
Yep.
Like, what are the odds of that? What are the chances of that? That's pretty wild,
I
man.
mean,
Like if that never happened, like you probably wouldn't be here right now. We probably would
yeah,
not be
no.
doing this podcast right now. Uncharted 2 would not have had,
The
6 tournaments that we hosted.
Yeah.
Like, that is fucking crazy when you really think about it, man.
Yep. It's so funny. But yeah, so like,
Butterfly effect.
yeah, like 30 different people added me. So my start to Uncharted was just like, I'm level 1. I think I played some 1v1s versus Farv and Rocco, and they're like, my God, you were so bad. And so they're like, dude, you have to do this, you have to do this. So I'm like, instantly, like, before I'm level 10, Rocco and Farv are teaching me how to gunfight, like how to do
Oh
1v1s,
my god.
how to corner shoot, like how to.
That's wild.
They were teaching me the shoulder swap glitch to shoot through
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So I'm like a level 5 doing shoulder swap glitch.
Farv and Rocco are some cool dudes. I still talk to Rocco. I have him on Instagram.
Oh
I
my
hit him
God.
up when I found out Uncharted Reload is back, but he doesn't have a PS3, and I don't know if he's getting one. But yeah, cool people, cool people.
Yeah, so it was so funny. So I would party up with them. I don't know why they played. I think it was usually just like no one was on and I was on at like 3 a.m. Like I I was fucking homeschooling, and I have like responsibilities. I was 14 years old when I first
Yeah.
started. So I'm up at 3 a.m. like playing, and they're on. They're like, well, no one else is on, so let's like. I think maybe they have a little sadistic joy of stomping me in 1v1s. Like I was
Right.
just a aim practice for them, but yeah, then we would get in. We'd party up and play some matches, and we would run into like parties of 3, 4, and 5 every once in a while. Oh, sorry. I guess they also liked having like a level 5 to put as party leader so that they
Oh,
could
of
mostly
course, of
run into,
course.
yeah.
Yeah. Low
The
hosting.
Yep. So, but yeah, we would run into people, and I ran into Triple Rec just because they forgot to put me host or whatever it was.
Right.
Ran into Fabulous for sure. Ran into Die once, and I think Farv and Rocco just like disconnected.
Oh my god.
So that was super funny. So yeah, I was just left there, and I was like, I'm not doing this. But yeah, they taught me like we're on Temple. They're like, go here, you can hold the spawns, and we'll like play the match or whatever. Like just hide, hold spawns. If they come up to you,
Yeah.
drop an aid, blind fire, melee. Once you hit a couple shots, and
That
so
makes sense.
so yeah, I was like, and I played more customs than I did public matches usually because I was just like, I want to keep playing with these dudes. Like I want to be able to help Farvin Rocco, basically.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want to just be like sit
course.
and spawn and drop grenades. Like, I want, you know, in my head, I'm like, they drop, and when they're on the respawn cam, they watch me and they like see me kick some dude's ass in a gunfight, and like that's my crack. You know, that's my
Yeah.
that's my heroin. like yeah, I'm leveling up and like getting to actually play and not just like sit here or whatever. So yeah, that's also why I was like a competitive player at like level 40 something, and
Right.
people thought I was a restart account. I'm just like, I just didn't play that much.
I definitely did. I definitely did
Yeah.
when we first met way back in the day. I saw you playing with like these big name dudes. I'm like, whoa, like who's this guy? Like he's got to be a second account. You're like, no, this is me.
Yeah,
Legit. I'm
just
like, oh,
Keeper's
fuck.
brother. Nepotism.
Hey man, shout out the keeper. Without him, none of this would be possible.
Yeah, real one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
Did he
funny.
play Uncharted 3 at all? Like, I feel like I never saw him again after Uncharted
No, he hated Uncharted 3. He thought it was
3.
like
Yeah.
the
I mean,
worst.
a lot of people
It
did.
killed
Like,
his. Yeah, he
that's
completely
totally fair.
quit after that. It was like Uncharted 2's was like half the community left, and the new gen people hadn't like jumped on, and so yeah,
Yeah.
I think he became a pro. Oh God, I think. Fuck, I forget. He's a pro player in another PC game that he
Oh,
switched
cool.
to.
That's
So
dope.
yeah, he caught the competitive bug eventually.
Nice.
But yeah, anyway, that's enough. Enough of a preface for our list. This is our history. These are our credentials. So I have like a little bit of a blind spot just because I started in 2010, but I knew what the scene was like since like 08,
Right.
09.
Yeah.
Or actually, it might have been. Yeah, no, I started like properly playing in 2010, but anyway, do you want to give your number 10 first, or you do want me to start it off?
I don't really have a preference. I will start off by saying like how we talked about in DMs. I originally thought about instead of doing a top 10 list, I considered doing a two top fives list. One from like the OG 2009 to 2011 generation, and another list for after that 2012 to I guess 2019. I ended up not doing that. I didn't want to be that guy to make to do my own thing, but I did end up doing kind of hybrid of that, to where I did a top 10 list, but I selected 5 people that played in each generation. I just feel like it's pretty hard to to compare and contrast the two generations, because a lot of them never played against each other, and that in the game was it felt entirely different at that point to to recent. So yeah, so my list is 5 players from 2009 to 2011, and then 5 players from 2012 to 2019.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering why X player from 2011 isn't on this list, it's probably because they would have been number 6 had I had just done a full list. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, two things. It's a valid distinction, and the players. It would be very different, and I always think about this. There's this term which people need to use more in this context and in the context of sports, because I also follow that shit a lot. And you have to compare Babe Ruth to Shohei Ohtani. You have to compare Wilt Chamberlain to LeBron James, and there's this concept called chronocentrism.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
So it's basically the impression that things like fundamentally just get better. Like, this applies in so many different areas. This idea of chronocentrism, where you don't really appreciate how much of what you achieve or accomplish or what benefits you reap just by virtue of gaining them kind of by osmosis, or
the people who came before you.
Yeah, you just soak them in culturally. I'm born into a time and a place where certain moral standards, for example, or if I'm if I go back to a sports reference, where if I'm learning basketball today, from the age of 4 or 5, I'm learning in and out dribbles between the legs, Euro steps, all these things that you just had to invent when basketball started in 1940s or whatever. Like, they don't get a childhood of learning all these, of all the fundamentals. You have to just innovate and get creative and, again, just conjure up all these new ways to score a basket or to dribble past someone. When today, you're not really creating much of anything new. It's about polishing these things, doing it faster, doing it sharper, doing it more decisively, more deceptively. It's perfecting. And you get to work on other things. Like, you have a childhood of learning all these fundamentals, and now you get to work more on the teamwork, the communication, the actual running plays, running sets, all this stuff. So
the blueprint's already there.
Yeah. So you just take that for granted, and it's hard to calculate how much less successful, how much less exceptional any player or any person would be if they didn't just already have the package of all the fundamentals just delivered to them from the earliest ages. So to apply that to Uncharted 2, in 2008, 2009, no one knew what the fuck to do for map control. No one knew that bunny hopping would be viable in some circumstances. No one knew which. No one knew the nade spots. No one knew. Oh my God, what else? All the like cheeky like spots to climb up. Like, you step on one thing, then So the ability to maneuver through the map, where anyone who started in 2012, 13, everyone knows the map control spots pretty much. Everyone knows, like, once you get to levels like 30, 40, you know everything that it took 70 levels to figure out in 2009.
That's very true. It's very true.
So you just get to work on your aim and on the communication, the teamwork stuff. You get to...
because the blueprint's already there. Yep.
Yeah. You get to think of variations and how to subvert the expectations that were built by the habits that... So yeah, I kind of think about it as that. I think of early stage, it's how innovative were these people, and how quickly and how exceptionally did they integrate the new-ish ideas. And then for the newer generations, it's just how well did they perfect it, how close did they get to as good as an Uncharted player can be with it.
Right. That makes sense.
So yeah, chronocentrism. But
power creep in video game terms.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot. My throat is dry.
And also, like, a reason why I wanted to do like 5 players from old gen, 5 players from new gen, is because like, I was thinking about it, like, if a player that started in 2015 is watching this video, and like 8 of my players are all from like 2011, he's not gonna, like, a guy like that isn't gonna know who a lot of these people are. So for the sake of enjoyment, I wanted to also add some really notable players from the second gen as well. So